Pure spiritual experience is to brush that so-called intellectual side out. Don't think that your analysis, argumentation is going to bring anything great. All the great teachings unanimously said this. Forget all that you learned. Become a child. Yeah. It's only in child. In 1 or 2 words, I can change the attitude of a child. But it's very difficult to change the attitude of grown-ups because they use the head a lot. So we have to get back to that childlike condition. Innocence. That's where the real faith is. That's where we are able to receive the great blessings that surrounds us. Many incurable diseases, the so-called incurable diseases, get cured just by faith alone. That's why you come across a lot of faith healers. True. They are not the faith healers. They don't really heal. It's your faith in them. So it's completely in our hands to receive it or not. I don't think there is any great power than faith. The easiest and the simplest. You don't have to do anything. All these practices are all okay, fine. If you cannot have that faith, second best is this. Practice all your things, asana, pranayama, meditation and this and that. But if you have faith, you don't need any of these things. It brings everything to you. How will I know if I am on the right path? How can I know my Dharma? Will you please explain Dharma and tell how one can know what is one's Dharma? There are 2 levels of Dharma. One is absolute Dharma, the highest. And then another, the relative, to the relative world. Dharma connected with the relative world, worldly Dharma. The highest Dharma is to experience your own true nature, spirituality. Know thyself. That's the first and foremost, the absolute Dharma. As it said in the Bible, your first and foremost and the only Dharma is to seek the kingdom of God which is within. All the rest will automatically come. Then what next? As you are placed in the world, given certain responsibility, in the relative world, whatever responsibility is given to you, doesn't matter, big or small, Responsibility is responsibility. Within your capacity, your natural interest in it, serve the humanity with that. That means even there, not for your sake, but for the sake of serving the humanity. So that is a second level of Dharma. By doing this, you attain the first level of Dharma. Karma Yogam. Constant, dedicated service. It doesn't matter what it is. I know the questioner might say, should I do this or that to be a secretary or to be this or start a business or... It doesn't matter. Whatever you do, yat karoshi, yadasnas, yat juhoshi. Bhagavad Gita. It doesn't matter what you do. Everything is necessary for the world. Not all have to do the same thing. Nothing superior, nothing inferior. A priest and an ordinary janitor, a garbage collector, both are equally important. If the garbage collector doesn't collect and clean, keep the place clean, the priest cannot offer his service. Who is important? So if your natural, tendency, temperament is to do the puja, do. Temperamentally, if you say, I want to clean up everything, keep everything clean, do it. There's no thing as menial work and the superior work. The world needs all kinds of work. But do it not for your sake, as a service. That's the idea of Swadharma. Swadharma means your natural tendency. You don't have to imitate somebody. Paradharma. Bhagavad Gita says, Paradharma, somebody else's dharma will look beautiful. Yours will look a little low. Don't compare it that way. Even that looks beautiful, if you are not temperamentally capable of doing that, don't try others' dharma. You try your own. Because this is also equally good. That's what you call Swadharma, one's own dharma. I am emotionally numb. I have very little idea of how I feel or what I want. I don't know how to behave around people or how I am perceived. This has been a problem for as long as I can remember, but it seems to be getting worse. Do you have any advice for me? A little child never worries about that. Oh, I am numb, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to get some recognition. These are all again your brain, your intellectuality. Just become a humble child. Don't worry about what others think. You always think of yourself and say, am I serving? Am I doing it comfortably? It's very hard to always look for some appreciation from others. Others to admire you, appreciate you. You don't have to live for that. Let your own mind appreciate you. Look within. And if your conscience says you are doing what you can, be happy with that. Be contented with that. You seem to be looking for others' appreciation. others' reaction. It's impossible to have the same reaction from everybody. They see you through their own eye. They judge you according to their own level of understanding. So just look within. Am I doing the right thing? Am I consciously hurting anybody? Am I doing things, actions with selfishness, with egoism? If you find the answers for that, and if there is a need to change it, change it. And that way, all these problems will dissolve.